now that Cass has joined up with Crowley and they're working together,
please don't talk about that.
what can you tease from what we're going to see from that dynamic? Because I can't even imagine what
The pain.
Yeah.
It's definitely, you know, it's funny because initially they were talking about it like a buddy cop, you know, comedy kind of thing, and I was like, oh, come on, that's not going to work. But it actually has sort of.
It's really funny.
We've had some funny moments with it that actually did work. They are both, well, particularly Cass. Cass is very reluctant to be working with Crowley, but
they say life imitates art.
Yeah, but we're muscling through, and there's a lot of eye rolling, which is something that I've had to work on, but perfected it.
Lucifer has been banished apparently by Rowena, but I assume that all three of you will come face to face with him again. What can you tell us about that?
Misha?
Chime in here, buddy.
We should probably answer it.
Yeah. Well, this is for much of this season. Castiel's arc is he's hunting for Lucifer and trying to hunt him down. And yes, he's banished, but he's not out of the picture, and he does come back into play pretty significantly. And I think that I am excited to see how that big twist comes.
Now you're just being a jerk.
You know, I hate this part of our job, by the way, that we have to talk about things that we're not allowed
Holly's
to talk
back there
about.
going,
Yeah. So we want you to talk about the show, but don't say anything.
Yes. I mean, I'm so happy to tease things without teasing them. I would love, let me put it this way. I would love to tell you what happens because it's very, very juicy.
What's funny is they probably
we're getting
already
death
know.
stares.
Do you know already? How many of you get the scripts when they come out?
They're in the writer's room. Actually.
And can I get on that list?
He does come back. That's also been in my experience, and I think Supernatural really. I hate to say this in Misha's presence, but I think Supernatural really kicked up a notch in season 4 with the introduction of angels and demons and Lucifer.
Angel or
No, just more angels in general. There was no specific angel
really not
that
one
really
that
stood
set it
out.
off. It was just kind of the idea.
And so I like playing with that storyline, even though this season was kind of about going back to the simple things, going back to family. You know, we just had God and his sister in darkness and Lucifer. It was so big at the end of season 11 that we weren't going to go bigger, so we kind of brought it down without really losing the world we know a lot of and probably wouldn't choose to ignore. And I like how Supernatural was able to do that. And I always love the Lucifer storylines. I always feel a kindred connection, as I'm sure Misha does, having played Lucifer for
you know you've created a very strange universe when bringing it back and making it intimate and you're dealing with small issues is just hunting down Lucifer.
Yeah, really keeping it family.
Really humanizing this
Yeah.
season.
Can you say what, if any, interaction the Winchesters have had specifically with the Rick Springfield version of Lucifer?
We actually, I think in a couple episodes, we, am I allowed to say we do come face to face with?
Yeah, we didn't.
Wally's like, no, you weren't.
In all fairness, we asked for coffee, so my brain is working on.
Let's just say that, yeah, we didn't really get a chance to work with Rick much because most of the time it was spent tracking down Lucifer.
Right.
So, so unfortunately, we didn't really get the pleasure of working with him that much. There is a little bit of work with him, but it certainly wasn't much to talk about because it was so quick.
I sat next to someone on a plane recently who was like, "Are you? Oh my God, I'm sorry. This is so weird. I know who you are, and I'm just so excited because I am such a huge Rick Springfield fan."
Get back to me!